And we're back, guys. Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. Ons Jabeur, the best shot maker in the world, taking on Coco Gauff, the future of tennis. This is going to be a good matchup. This is the matchup that I'm looking forward to today. We have a Grand Slam champion in Coco Gauff. Boy, does that sound great. Unbelievable. Listen, I'm a happy man. Unbelievable. I told you guys last year Coco was going to win the U.S. Open this year. Someone had to take that future. Remember, I said that? Go find the videos. I said she's going to win the U.S. Open this year. I said she will guarantee win a slam this year, and it's going to be the U.S. Open. Now, listen, guys. Coco Gauff wins about 75% of her service games, averages four aces per match. One of the best returners on tour, along with Iga. 41% of her return games. And this is a matchup here where I think she's going to beat on. She's going to have to use her athletic ability. She's going to have to really just put the pressure on Ons to return these balls and chase down these balls. I think Coco's got to serve well, reduce the double faults. In this particular matchup, now I know Gilbert, he's been working on the forehand, and I've said this earlier, whereas about mid-season when opponents were starting to attack Coco's forehand, she started to use it more as a defensive tool. She wasn't really pressing with it, whereas the last couple months, especially on that U.S. Open run, she started to press with the forehand, working with Chris Eubanks. You can tell that she's very confident in the forehand. And if you want to test the forehand, she can hit winners with it, right? And I think in this matchup, though, I would go back to playing conservative with the forehand because you have Ons Jabeur, who's very skilled. She's a good shot maker. Ons can make shots anywhere on the court. I think Coco's got to play smart against Ons and wait and be patient for opportunities and then use her athletic ability to score. That's going to be hitting things like passing shots. I told you yesterday, Pegula over Rabakina needed to hit passing shots. She did that, right? I think this matchup here, Coco's going to need to hit passing shots. Coco's going to also have to mix up the drop shot because Ons, when she finds her swag, she gets that pep in her step. Much like how Zachary, when Zachary's clicking, she starts vibing with that pep in her step. Coco can't let Ons find her swag in her range. I think the drop shots keep her second guessing, serve well, defensive forehand, and get to the backhand. We know Coco's backhands are bread and butter. Behind the baseline, play the lines, extend Ons all over the court. Coco can win this match. Ons, on the other hand, only winning about 69, 68% of her service games, but good returner, 41% return rate in terms of winning return games. Ons also averaging about three aces per match. Ons is not serving well. She has to serve well in this matchup. She's going to have to win 80% of her service games, at least try to get to a tie break, or at least don't beat yourself. Lately, Ons has been beating herself. And I feel watching Ons play is she's been going, the longer the rallies On's been going lately, and we're talking about the last month and a half, she's been getting tired during these rallies. Ons, in my opinion, she has to conserve her stamina, right? And put Coco in places where it's going to be less work for her, right? Deep corners, attack the forehand, put the pressure on Coco to make mistakes, right? Instead of trying to play it safe, going long rallies. And also on Jabeur, use the slice, use the drop shot, get Coco off of the baseline second guess, and make Coco use her athletic ability against her. We saw that, I used to talk about this a couple of years ago where opponents, when they're playing the more athletic players, they can use their athletic ability against them, right? Make them think you're going left, send them to the right? Get them cutting, stopping, pivoting, exhaust them, gas them out. I think Ons can win this match, though, but she's going to have to serve well, and she's going to have to attack the forehand. What do you guys think, guys? Stay tuned for the official prediction coming later. This is going to be a tough match.